Welcome to Newbern's Garage. In this episode, we're going to get back to work on my 1955 Chevrolet. We started this project a couple months ago, and what was going to be a simple engine swap turned into a complete frame-off restoration. The more I started digging, the more stuff came apart. And before I knew it, the frame was blasted, repainted, and it was in a million pieces. But whatever, that's how it goes. But in just less than a month, we're going on power tour in this car. So I don't like deadlines, but there is one good thing about a deadline: you get your project done most of the time. Also, if you want to support the channel, go to newbernsgarage.com, pick yourself up a t-shirt. We greatly appreciate it. This car is in really decent shape. The only rust in the floorboards is right here. It's about a spot this big. That's because when we got the car, there was a giant rat's nest sitting right here. So I'm assuming the rat piss is what ate this out. But right now we're going to get the seats out of it and whatever can possibly catch on fire. Once we turn it on its side, I'll be able to cut this out. And luckily this area is just flat. There's no curves, there's no humps. So cut out a rectangle piece of sheet metal, weld it back in here. It'll look nice. And then we can coat the bottom of this floor. But right now we're going to take out the seats. We should have done this before we put it on the rotisserie. It'd been a lot easier when it was, 3 feet lower. But we're just going to muscle it out right now. And what's funny is I bought a seat for my 57 that's green. It's been recovered. I paid like $2,000 for it. It's beautiful. But it wouldn't work with my floor shifter, and it was just, I don't know. It didn't really fit the car that well, but it will damn sure fit this car. So what I'm gonna try and do is bolt it in here and then get the rear seat covered to match that seat. That way I don't waste that money and we get to use that beautiful seat. That's the plan anyway. I don't know. That or we're just gonna throw some blankets over what's here. But right now, let's get this stuff out so we can get this thing turned over, start fixing. We have moved the 55 body from the rotisserie that I had it on to these here. These are much better, much stronger, not homemade. I got these from my buddy John Gordon. I threw some new cylinders on there from Harbor Freight, put some new casters on it, and we are in business. I got the gantry crane up there just as a little extra hand, just in case. But this will make it so much easier to blast, do the metal work that we need to, and then coat the bottom of this car. We went and bought a Harbor Freight sandblaster. So I'm gonna put that together. I got some sand. We're gonna get the bottom of this car cleaned up so we can put it back on the chassis at some point. Blaster is put together. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I went to Tractor Supply and grabbed the sand. It was like $13 a bag for a 50-pound bag. So let's see how far one bag goes. I bought 5 bags. I didn't know how much I would need. You said 4, I guess 6. So I met in the middle at 5. Cash, what do you think?
Here. Get it. Get it. He's scared of it.
All right, let's get the sand up here. Let's fill this thing up and get her done. It's gonna be so good. It's so easy to work on. I should probably cut the shocks off.
Oh, you did the other day, but I think you got sidetracked.
I forgot. I'll do that now. We are finally ready to put a coating on the bottom of our 55 Chevrolet. I've patched a couple of holes in the floor. I've got the threads plugged up where the body mounts go. We've sandblasted it, we've scotch brighted it, we've cleaned it. We're finally ready. And what we're going to use is Sweet Patina's N1 textured coating here. And this stuff you can actually tint different colors. My buddy Brandon, a few episodes back, used this on the bottom of his K5 Blazer, and he tinted this blue, and it turned out amazing. We're just going to leave it black because our car's green, and I just like black. You know, it's just easy. So we're going to mix this stuff up. We're going to spray it on. Last time I did any kind of liner was on the bottom of my 57 hardtop. It was on the rack, and I rolled it on. It was the biggest mess I've ever made in my life. I spent hours in the shower trying to get that stuff off of me, and it's still on the floor to this day. It will not come off. So I'm looking forward to spraying this on. So we're going to set up a time lapse, get this stuff sprayed, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like once we're done. It looks incredible. It looks so good. We patched a couple of holes in the floor. I had two small places in the rockers to repair, and we cleaned it, prepped it. We sprayed Sweet Patina's N1 textured coating on this thing, and good God, it looks incredible. This will help with heat, noise. It'll just seal the bottom of the car real nice. It makes it look good. So now, once this dries overnight, tomorrow, this thing's going back on the chassis. I can't wait. That looks incredible.
Stay. Holds it on the ground.
You can push it up and do what you gotta do. You can line everything up. Everything good?
Yep. out space even more though. Weird.
Transmission clears. Perfect. So I'm gonna grab it here. And I'm trying not to bust it in half. Ready? So let's come right here. We've made huge progress on the 55. Although we're still in the stages of taking it apart, we're still making progress. We have to take all the old junk off before we can start installing the new stuff. There's a pterodactyl right over there.
I really wish that I had video of you with the bird.
Right now, we're offering some huge savings, which could save you thousands.
So we're going to do what's called a patina wash on this before we start assembling anything. I saw my buddy Lucky on Lucky's Garage YouTube channel. He did this to a wagon he had, and basically he just took some Scotch-Brite and some Ajax. He wet the car down, put a little bit on there. He just gently rubbed the paint, and it took all the surface rust and all the trash out of it and brought it back to, you know, what the original color used to be. Now obviously if you have nice paint, don't do this. But if you have a patina car, this works phenomenally. Like, I've already done that half. You can clearly see where I've done. It's a different shade of white. All the surface rust is gone. Watch how easy this is. Like, look at that. It's so satisfying. Yeah, we're gonna do this to the whole car. Clean it out real good, get it back inside. We're gonna seal the floor on the top side, and then we start putting all the new parts in.
Guess you're gonna comment wash everything or whatever that's on the whole property.
Sorry, Bert. I had to know. Are we ready?
Hang on.
Move this. Hold on.
It's
Oh
way
my goodness.
brighter.
Look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
what about crusty?
I've washed that car 2 or 3 times since I've had it. I've never done any kind of scrubbing, anything on it whatsoever. I know. Look at that. Oh, it's so smooth. Look at that. It took all the surface. Look, it looked like that.
Yeah.
Covered in surface rust. It brought it down to that. Oh, it's so smooth.
Oh my gosh, Riley's floor.